a holistic dentist and had always been into health. If you would see Dr. Richardson now, if you would see him, you would not believe his age. So without any further ado, I want to introduce to some and to present to others Dr. Willie Richardson.
Wow, George, thank you so kindly for that intro.
Yes,
I'm coming through loud and clear. Again, welcome, guys. Welcome to the Young Generation Young Crusade call, sponsored by the World Class Team. Guys, it's so great to be here. I know it's a Friday night, and I know there are many, many things that you could be doing, but you know what? We're crusaders. We are crusading. And in the crusade, you know, you do those things that you need to do in order to get the message out. And that's what this call is all about. We're really helping to save lives, guys. We are helping to get the message out so that people can benefit from what Young Longevity has to offer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just get right into it. As we look at our healthcare situation in this country, guys, we are not in good shape. We are not in good shape. And what is happening is that as the population gets older and the baby boomers are now retiring, you know what is happening? There's a trend. And it's a trend where, people want to be healthier. They really don't want to get older. They want to be able to do what it is that they want to do. They want to have fun and so forth. And they really don't want to be all crippled and taking a lot of medication and everything. The baby boomer generation, which is what I'm part of, and by the way, the baby boomers were born from 1946 to 1964. There's a huge bulge of people passing through society. And matter of fact, over the last 6 years, the baby boomers have really been trendsetters. One of the things that came about with when baby boom was the invention of baby foods. Baby foods in the yard, Pampers, what happened with automobiles, the electronic revolution, what happened with the internet and so on. The boom of the electronic age and the stock market and all those kinds of things. So guys, we've been right a part of that. So you know what? But baby boomers want to be healthy and everyone else want to be healthy. As a matter of fact, to the point where over the just last year alone, the American public spent over $70 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars on health and wellness just last year alone. That's more than any other nation, which shows you there is a trend afoot where we want to be healthier. So health awareness, by the way, guys, is all around us. It really is. I mean, you'll see words when you go in the store like organic. You'll see things like calcium enriched, heart health. You'll see a packet of nuts on the shelf in the drugstore and it says heart healthy. You'll see gluten free. And these things are really commonplace. They're all around us. And guys, the reason you see that is because, hey, the trend is to want to be healthy. And that's part of why we're on this call tonight, is to be able to share some information with you. We're also in the middle of the pharmaceutical boom. I don't know if you noticed or not, but wow, the pharmaceutical industry is growing and growing and growing, with millions of doctors and patients in search of the magic cure. See, people want to figure out how to cure what's ailing them, how to cure what's ailing them, and to this point, they really haven't been able to figure that out. So, as all of you know, you can ask the big question: is it working? And we know the answer that no, it's not working. As a matter of fact, there's some disturbing statistics involving our healthcare here in the U.S. As a matter of fact, we are 60th in life expectation. You know what that really means? That 59 countries above or ahead of us in terms of life expectancy. So also, we're 41st in the infant mortality rate. Well, guys, when you think about it, you say, wow, in this country, as much money as we spend in the healthcare, how can we be 41st? God, there's something amiss. That's what's going on. We're 6th in life expectancy, 41st in infant mortality, and only 1 in 10,000 people reach the age of 100. God, there's something wrong with that picture. There's something wrong with that picture. And autism is up, from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 88. In other words, you have to really search part of the city to find one. Then you can find someone on your same block. Isn't that interesting? Over 100 million Americans are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. And I don't know if you know this or not, but diabetes is not a disease as teenagers that are coming down with diabetes. There are teenagers that are coming down with diabetes, people in their teens and 20s and so forth. Even heart disease, people in their 20s are having heart attacks and strokes and so on. There gotta be a better way. There gotta be a better way to tackle this problem. You know what? The problem is really pretty simple. Some years back, there was a doctor, Linus Pauling. One of the things that he said, and it's so true, you can actually trace every disease and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. That's powerful. This guy won 2 Nobel Prizes. Did a lot of work with vitamin C as a young, and he lived well into his 90s. But when you think about what he said, that's so true today, because when you look at the foods that we eat and how those foods are grown, back in 1936, the U.S. Senate reported this. They said that our crop-bearing soils in the U.S. are becoming increasingly depleted of minerals. Now, that was in 1936. That was before I was born. So if you think it was bad in 1936, what do you think it's like now? To see, to grow crops, you only need to put 3 minerals on it. That's potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus. That's all you need. But what about the other minerals that you need? And in a minute, I'll explain to you why we call this the 90 for Life program. Now, our founder, Dr. Joe Wallach, has done a lot of research. As a matter of fact, he was part of the research that helped eliminate over 900 diseases in animals. 900 diseases in animals. And let me share with you part of the story. As a matter of fact, his research published in Diseases of Exotic Animals is in the Smithsonian Institute over in Washington, D.C., and is considered a national treasure. So, Dr. Wallach, not only that, he's published a number of times, both in medical and scientific journals, and he's the author of the best-selling book and CD set called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. It's the most popular health lecture of all time, with over 150 million copies sold worldwide. That's out there in circulation as we speak. Author of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. See, here's what Dr. Wallach says, and it's so profound. He says, it's not what you eat that kills you, it's what you don't eat. Wow, that's powerful. It's not what you eat that kills you, it's what you don't eat. The key to health is giving your body all the 90 essential nutrients it needs. See, guys, here's the thing. The reason that we eat is so that our body will get the nutritional value from the foods that we eat. But here's the problem. If the nutrition is not in the food, how are we going to get it? And when you think back to Linus Pauling's statement that every disease known to man can be traced back to a mineral deficiency, if the minerals are not there and we're not getting them, what do you think the conclusion is? It's going to lead to mineral deficiency disease. And a lot of our chronic diseases are actually that. That's why it's hard for the medical system to solve those problems. See, Dr. Wallach came up with what he calls the Healthy Start Pack. The Healthy Start Pack. And what this pack does, it provides the body with the 90 essential nutrients that the body needs on a daily basis. And think about this. Why do you think they're called essential? That means that they're absolutely necessary. That's why they're called it. They're absolutely necessary for the body to function. So here's the thing, guys. If you can imagine for a minute, if you can imagine that the 90 for life, those 90 essential nutrients that the body needs on a daily basis, if you can imagine a big sunflower, and imagine a big sunflower, and the center of the sunflower is the core. Well, the 90 for life is the core of the flower. Okay? Then imagine, if you would, there were other things that you could add to that core to help move you in the direction of eliminating some other things that may be plaguing you. For example, you may have a concern about your healthy blood sugar level. Well, you know what? One of the secret sauces that you put in with the 90 for life is something called sweeties. Guys, that actually helps you to balance your blood sugar. See, sweeties along with the 90 for life help provide the body the nutrition that it needs. So to help the cell to be able to take the glucose or sugars from the bloodstream and pull it into the cell where it belongs so that it can be utilized. Also, guys, things like selenium, that's a mineral that's been shown to help back people off the risk of cancers, and with a certain type of brain cancer that's shown to be effective as a treatment, for example. But those are some of the secret sauces. Also, things like arthritis. people suffering from joint disease, fibromyalgia, restless leg syndrome. Guys, those things have been shown to be a mineral deficiency. Because here's the thing, when you put the nuggets of life in your diet, add some glucogel and maybe some CM cream if you're having pain in some joints, guys, you're able to back yourself off of that. As a matter of fact, one of the things that Dr. Wallach has done many, many times over is be able to help regrow cartilage in the joints. He's been able to do that through nutrition. See, they learned all this through the study of animals, and he was able to apply this to human nutrition as well. What I'm going to do is also just give you a little bit of the background of Dr. Wallach, because I think the background is so critical. See, Dr. Wallach is he's a naturopathic physician, but he's also a veterinarian. As a matter of fact, he was a veterinarian first. Now, one of the things that helped to get him where he was, it helped him with what developed where he is now with longevity is his research when he worked with Marlon Perkins from the Mutual Omaha and Wild Kingdom. See, Dr. Wallach was one of the head veterinarians that was involved in a research study. The study was really commissioned by the U.S. government, and it was designed to study animals in the zoos all over the country, because what they were trying to find out is what pollution affected what animals. So what happened was this: Dr. Wallach was the head of a team that actually flew around the country from zoo to zoo all over the country. They did biopsies and chemistries on all the large animals that died in the zoos all over the place: elephants, rhinos, rhinoceros, all of these animals, and they studied them. And the interesting thing was this: after studying all these animals, going through all the dissection and everything else, they did not find one pollution that killed anything. They didn't find one pollution that killed anything. Very interesting. But here's what they did find, which is even more amazing. What they did find that every animal that died of natural causes died of a mineral deficiency. A mineral deficiency. Wow, that's powerful. Just to learn that. So here's what Dr. Wallach was really all excited about this, and really wanted to get this information out to the medical community, the political establishment, and so on, because knowing that a lot of good could be done. Because what happened also in the study, they did autopsies on over 3,000 people as well, and guess what? They found the same condition. The things that killed the animals also killed the people. They found out this: that people that died of natural causes died of a nutrition deficiency that could be linked to a mineral. Isn't that fascinating stuff? So what happened was, the medical establishment, the political establishment, really didn't listen to any of this stuff, even with all the research and everything. What they did is pretty much snubbed their nose at it. So Dr. Wallach decided to go back to school and become a physician himself. He went back to school, became a naturopathic physician, and what he did, he used some of these similar formulations on people. He practiced over 13 years and used these formulations that he developed, and with these formulations, he ended up helping a lot of people. As a matter of fact, he had more people coming in than he could possibly help. So a long-term longevity. What he did, he started a company to really get the word out. See, Dr. Wallach is a crusader, and that's what this call is about. It's a crusade call to get the message out. To get the message out. So I consider myself to be in the army of Dr. Wallach, because here's the thing: Dr. Wallach has been preaching, I call it preaching, the same message for 40 years. The same message for 40 years. And that message hasn't changed. Guess what? The reason that message hasn't changed because the nutritional requirements of the human body has not changed. The nutritional requirement has not changed. The only thing that has changed and that has changed is that the amount of nutrition we get in from our diet is smaller than it used to be. Why do you think there's so much of an increase in diabetes? Why do you think there's such an increase in obesity and the arthritic problem, the knee replacement, the hip replacement, and all those things that we see? The 90 for Life program is to help people supplement themselves with the nutrition that they need to help move their health in a direction that it needs to go. Now you might say, well, does all this stuff work? Well, let me share a few things with you. Dr. Wallach has been really able to help a lot of people, all kinds of people from all different walks of life, including some very professional people. Let me give you an example. There's one basketball star in particular that actually Dr. Wallach helped develop a product for. As a matter of fact, Theo Ratliff was the NBA All-Star. He team. At an early age, his career was all washed up because his knees were so bad he couldn't perform. He couldn't even pass the physical. You know what? Dr. Warren helped rebuild his knees through nutrition, and and added another 16 years to his career. Isn't that super fantastic? A number of other people he helped. Andrew Young, he talked about that. Andrew Young was the mayor of Atlanta and also is in the Carter administration. He was scheduled for knee replacement surgery. Dr. Wallace helped him rebuild his knees, and to this day, he has not had to have knee surgery. Isn't that super fantastic? But this is the same thing the 90 for Life program is doing. Okay, the 90 for Life program. So let me tell you a little bit about the company. Because what happened, Dr. Wallace realized that no matter how many people he treated, he could not possibly see enough people to really solve the problem. And he felt that it was a problem that really needed a lot of attention. That's why he started the company Longevity. Longevity is a company that we're part of to help deliver this message to people all across the country to help make a difference in their lives. As a matter of fact, the headquarters is located in San Diego and also just north of Boston. Okay, that's where they're located. The company was founded in 1997. Okay, with this very, very powerful message. Also, guys, with Longevity, the products and services that people use every day. Let me explain a little bit of this to you. There are products that all of you are familiar with. You see them all the time. Well, think about this for a minute. There is coffee. When you think about it, coffee is the most consumed beverage on earth next to water. Okay? But guess what Longevity has been able to do? They have been able to hide some good nutrition in places where you wouldn't expect. Coffee being one. There's actually healthy coffee. Guess what they've also done? They've put that in chocolate, something called healthy chocolate. It's not put in the bad stuff. Chocolate in itself is healthy, but when you add the other stuff, the sugar and all that stuff, that makes it unhealthy. But healthy chocolate, imagine that. That's what has been able to take place. Also, energy drinks, nutrition things. As a matter of fact, one of them carries the endorsement of Bill Ratliff. It's called Rebound. Okay, and what that does, that helps replace the minerals and vitamins that you sweat out doing athletic performance and just doing exercise and so on. Okay, so guys, not only that, we have an outstanding weight loss system. As a matter of fact, when you think about where we position ourselves as far as health in the world, there is one category that we lead in, unfortunately, and that category is that of being overweight. We are the most obese nation on earth. Now, let me say this about obesity because I think people really don't get it and don't really understand the problem. The problem is obesity is actually a nutritional deficiency. But you might say, well, how can someone be obese and be malnourished? Then you might be thinking about it. The pictures you see on TV with the kids that are just whizzing away because they don't have any food. See, it's a difference between nutrition and just calories. The foods we eat a lot of calories, but we're not getting the nutrition, so we stay hungry. We stay in a starvation mode. When the body goes into a starvation mode, it retains fat. And the problem with the diets that are out there is that when people already are malnourished, which is causing obesity, they eat less food so that they can lose weight, and guess what happens? The malnourishment increases. So therefore they increase the problem. So even though they lose a few pounds, what happens as soon as they change just a little something, it just all comes back. It all comes back because the underlying problem has never been resolved, and that is that of malnutrition. Now also on the call with me, what I like to do is just have one of our people share their testimony in terms of weight. I believe I have Miss Tiffany Wilkins on with me. Tiffany, are you on the line?
I'm with you, Doc.
Oh, thanks for being here. Look, Tiffany, what I'd like for you to do, if you would, is just share a little bit, because I heard your testimony at one of the events I attended. Just share a little bit about the ASAP, and I know I haven't described that. Maybe you can give a little description of ASAP, and basically, what is that doing for you?
Absolutely, Doc. I really appreciate you for having me on the side of the call with you. ASAP, also known as As Slim as Possible. That is one of the most awesome products that this company definitely has to offer that will definitely take care of those weight issues. Doc, I've been heavy for most of my life, and from the age of 18. I tried everything out there, from Weight Watchers, LA Weight Loss, B12 injections. I even had cinnamon appetite suppressants. And all I did was lose money. I lost lots of money, and I didn't have too many results from any of those different types of weight management systems out there. But then, Doc, at 29, the age of 29, I started to have a lot of back pain. And then once 31 hit, then I started having knee pain. 32, the age of 32, now I'm diagnosed with sleep apnea and high blood pressure. So that just goes to show you that being obese can definitely play a major part. But I'm just so grateful to longevity for introducing me to the weight management systems that we have, because ASAP has definitely put me in a position where I've lost 66 pounds. And I've lost 60 pounds in a very short period of time. And so the guests that I learn out there with this product, it's really amazing. It's an all-natural drop. And with this drop, you're just taking 3 drops a day. And these little teeny drops are melting fat out of your body. And when you look up and look at yourself in the mirror, you're just going to be so much leaner and trimmer. So it's going to shock you. So Doc, it really gets me excited, because this weight management product is doing so much, but not just for me, but for so many people that I've been able to share it with. And I think of all that is what touches me. To hear the stories behind everyone that I have helped, that's the most amazing part of this.
Thanks so much. You're truly a crusader. Thank you for making a difference. You know, sometimes guys, we find our way to help ourselves. We can also find ways to help others, and that's what it's about. So just thank you for crusading with us. And guys, just going to show you what you can do when you gain some knowledge, you know what's out there. And our job is really just to help people know what it is that we have and what kind of difference it makes. So making sure that, you know, not just weight, guys. There's just so many things that the 90 for Life program was at. As a matter of fact, I mean, all kinds of conditions. See, here's the thing: the body will heal itself if you can provide the body with what it needs to do so. It's not so much that needs minerals and vitamins and all that stuff. We're not going to claim they cure anything. That's not what it's about. What it does, it supports the body by giving the body what it needs so the body repairs itself. As a matter of fact, there's so many other conditions. As a matter of fact, I have another guest on the line that I want her to share part of her story. She may take a minute or two if she likes. Miss Warner, are you there? Oh, great, fantastic. Thanks for being on the call. Would you mind just sharing some of your story in terms of what has happened to you using the 90 for Life program, and maybe some of the other aspects of things that you're using with that?
Okay. I'm glad to be here, but what I'm using is 90 for days, 90 for Life, and that has helped me not only health-wise as far as my diabetes. I've been known to have type 1 diabetes, and that is where your pancreas doesn't work at all. And I've been told this for over 40 years, and I've just started for about a year now, less than a year, using 90 for Life. And just about a month ago, my doctor said to me, well, it looks like you're developing type 2 diabetes, because you're getting a little bit of insulin in. And I've never been told that before. I've always had insulin dependence. I used to take 5 doses a day of insulin, and I'm now down to 2. 1 for sure, 2 maybe some days, but definitely not 5. And don't take 5 doses a day. And that's just one thing that the 90 for Life has done for me. It's done quite a few because I have a number of problems, but with the 90 per day, I've seen the difference with my diabetes. And that's just with the 90 per day. I haven't started it for sweeties yet, but the 90 per day, once a day, is just working for me.
Wow. And so the 90 for Life program for you, the 90 cents you just take on a daily basis and lower your diabetes, and that's without the sweeties, is that right?
Without the sweeties.
Wow.
Another thing I'll be taking is the selenium.
Yes, tell us about that.
The selenium, I take that twice a day, and that was because I had another situation where they said I have a skin problem where my skin just swells up. I have a lot of liquid in my skin, and they were unable to treat it, and it got to the point where it was tightening up my lungs. I couldn't breathe. So that means I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't do anything. And got to that point where they said they can't do anything. And I was like, oh, so what do? I just went to die. Basically, that's what they were saying. And with the 90 for life and selenium, within 3 days, I was able to walk a distance that I couldn't walk before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. God, you see why we are crusading? You see why we are crusading? That's what it's really all about, is helping people to have this information. Without this information, Loretta would not be out. Without this information, Tiffany would not be doing what she's doing. God, that's what it's all about. So for the guests on the line, I tell you guys something. You know, you really want to get started on these products. You really want to get started on these products. I tell you something else. Young Jerry is putting people in a position, or putting people in a position, if you're referring people to the program, they're going to pay you to do that. Matter of fact, you can join the program, cost you $10. $10 to become a wholesale member and still get paid for your referral. So what I would tell you to do is this. God, get back to the person that got you on this call, get all your information, get your questions answered, but do something for yourself and your family. Do something for yourself and your family. Get yourself on that 90 for Life program and pass it on to your friends and your loved ones. Because I'll tell you something, our people have been leaving us a little bit too soon. There's so many premature deaths, and this is the first time in history that their parents will be burying their children. God, things have gotten that bad. If you don't believe that, just look around. Watch what the kids are eating. Look at all the ingredient places that people go to get food and so forth. God, we are nutritionally bankrupt. We are nutritionally bankrupt. You're not going to get what you need in your food. So go supplement yourself with the 90 for Life program and move yourself in the direction that you want to go. God, with that said, again, get back to the person that got you on the call. And with that said, I'd like to bid everyone good night. And let me just say this before I hop off the line. I'm so excited about the program in Baltimore, Maryland on July 21st. Dr. Joe Wallach and Dr. Clinton will be in Baltimore, Maryland, July 21st at the Baltimore Convention Center. We're looking for a packed out crowd. Make sure you get yourself there early. If you don't have tickets to go to that event, complimentary tickets, ask the person that invited you on the call, and they will see to it that you get those tickets. Guys, with that said, have a blessed night. Okay? And we'll see everybody on the next call. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for coming on the call tonight. God bless you. See you on the 21st of Baltimore at the Baltimore Convention Center. Thank you, Dr. Anderson. Good morning. Good morning. Dr. Richardson,